chasing us. Big alien gorilla wolf motherfuckers, I swear.
We are you. 30 years in the future.
Slow boil, the biological side effects of flying deep space.
I just want to live.
You're like we were monsters. You were yelling like a girl.
Okay, I don't sound like that. My voice is not that high-pitched.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Hello and welcome to another hot Untitled Sci-fi show.
A very hot and sweaty one.
He's Tom.
And he's Rob.
I am Rob. That's right. You okay?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
And right, thanks. I did make you wait. We were having chicken wangs.
Chicken wang. Nice.
Chicken wang. Barbecued chicken wang.
Pretty sure that's either from South Park or that's from Shadow Warrior.
What?
Chicken wang. I'm pretty sure that joke comes up at some
I don't know
point.
where I heard that. Ain't no thing but a chicken wang. I don't know where I heard that from. That's a thing that we all say in this house, and I've no idea where it came from.
Oh. No, I've got no idea on that one, I'm afraid.
Anyway, shall we talk about Guess the Intro?
Yeah, oh, you remembered this episode. God damn it. Well done. Last episode, you skipped over it.
Didn't I thought it...
Oh, was it Guess the Intro, then you skipped over? Right, now we'll talk about the film. We hadn't actually done the
I did
the padding.
Yeah, whatever.
Enter authorization code.
Guess the intro.
I got 6 out of 6.
Did you? So did James.
Did he? Did he really?
On the second try. That's a well done, James. That's what's his Blue Sky address at? Jimbo. Oh,
no.
The whole point of this is I'm supposed to do the shout outs properly, so now we're all rushing to our phones.
Jimbo8e6.bsky.social.
Yeah, that's the number 8 and then the letter E, then the number 6.bsky.social. Yeah. Well done, James. Very good. Welcome to the air-conned Wonder Palace of the Winners' Lounge. And you got all 6. I put one in there especially for you.
You did,
Yeah,
yes, after we spoke. I think was it the last episode we spoke about it?
Yeah. Put it especially there for you.
Oh.
Just because I love you. And when everyone liked to hear the one I put in especially for TJ, here it is. It's the first one.
Rise and shine.
Oh, that's the one I was thinking.
No,
you
that's the
put
one I
in for
put
me
in there for
especially.
you.
Oh, well, that's Half-Life 2. That's the G-Man.
It is the G-Man. And I've actually used that clip before. So.
Oh, have you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I wondered if you had.
Oh, which one did you think I put in there for you then?
I'll tell you when we get there.
Okay, well, that's the G-Man. That's the intro to Half-Life 2, for those who don't know. We've spoke about that before because I had the perfect actor to play the G-Man. So in Star Trek, in Star Trek Discovery, the most newest season of Star Trek Discovery, he's actually a director.
Oh, okay.
There's an actor in that who is the perfect person who should play the G-Man. And let me just bring him up because people can... We have spoke about it before because he looks like him, he sounds like him. Star Trek Discovery. I think he might actually direct Discovery. I'm not entirely sure. Let's get him. I can always just cut all of this dead air as we try and find him. I've been humming this.
Yeah, I've got no idea where that's come from for you, I'm afraid.
I don't know either. Okay, so David Cronenberg. So he doesn't much look like it here, but when you see him in Star Trek, you'll know exactly what I mean.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, him. He's a director, mainly.
Amazing director.
Next one.
What happens if Jerry gets mad?
This is the one I thought you'd put in for me because I'm pretty sure we've spoken about Sphere recently because I was saying about how the book's brilliant, but I absolutely hate the ending of the film and I genuinely can't remember if the book ends in the same way. It's where they just all sit holding hands. If we agree that it didn't happen and we think it didn't happen, it won't happen.
Well, I mean, I put it in there because we spoke about it, but I didn't put it in there for you. Sorry.
Okay.
But yes, that was Sphere. Next one.
If you want to be in the gang, you have to be cool, like Daddy.
I've never seen this.
Daddy.
Yeah, I've never seen
It's Chappie.
This. It's Chappie, yeah.
Bloody brilliant film.
Yeah.
Think of it as Short Circuit for adults, even though really Short Circuit's an adult film.
Is this the one with not with Tom Hanks in it?
No.
What's the one with Tom Hanks in it?
That is Finch.
Ah, Getting them mixed up.
Finch, one of those two. No, Chappie is the same bloke that did District 9. And it's in effect, it's short circuit. Man's making robots that's going to be used in industry, and he's aiming to give
Hugh
it
Jackman
life.
in this one.
Yes,
Then I have seen it.
It's a really good one.
I just didn't recognize the scene. No, that's quite a fun scene as well because he's like doing boxing. I cut it just before he says Chappie as well. So well done. Next one.
Behold the head of your precious queen, Furiosa!
That's the one that James.
This is
got
the
wrong.
bit that threw me to start with, obviously because the name Furiosa turns up in it. It's Deadpool versus Wolverine.
It is.
Which I've gone back now and I've watched all three.
Mhm.
It's actually my least favourite of the three.
Is it?
It's a lot of fun, but it's just messy and it's all over the place. And
I'd have to watch them again. I've only seen all of them once, but thinking about it, it's probably they're trying to shoehorn their way into the Marvel universe in some way. I bet that's probably what you're getting.
They
from
were
it.
trying too hard with it.
Mm.
Whereas I thought the first one was just original, a hell of a lot of fun. Second one, actually, the second time I watched it, I loved it in the cinema. I think we saw it at the cinema, actually. Then the second time, and then the third time, So it's one of those ones you had to be really in the mood for it. The other times I've watched Deadpool versus Wolverine, it's just some bits hit really well. Other bits, Next one.
I just read all your research on the human brain. We need to meet.
Easy.
All of my research?
Never seen it, but I know it well. Lucy.
Seen it twice. I actually like it. Yeah. The second time I saw it was accidental watch, and because it was, I don't know what we were doing. It was on, or I was already doing something on computer, and I just wanted something else in the background. It's like, oh, what's the first thing that it promotes to me? Lucy. Okay, I'll click that. I've seen it before.
Yep.
I like it. I have no idea how well it was received by people, but I like it.
Is that the one where she's an AI? Or it's been...
No, she's not an AI. She's a normal person, and she gets given a drug which opens up all parts of the brain.
That was
the,
it.
The point of it is just ludicrous. But if you don't care about that and you just want to have a film with her in,
yeah, I'm just looking at Scarlett Johansson and Morgan Freeman in that scene particularly. No, that's the era of that. A couple of films were like it, weren't there? There was Bradley Cooper in Limitless.
Yeah,
was about the same time as well.
Mm-hmm.
No, there is another film where there's a man who falls in love with an AI.
Yeah,
and I can't think of what that is. Apparently that's phenomenal.
We've done that on here.
We haven't watched it though. We've had a clip of it. Yeah.
Oh,
I can't
it's
even
not
think.
called Her.
It might. Yes, her. Joaquin Phoenix and.
Yeah, and Scarlett Johansson's the voice. I do really want to see that. It's just I haven't got
I
round
really
to
do.
it. It'll be on the wheel. So hopefully, with any luck, it will come up.
You know what? I don't know if it is on the wheel.
Oh, well, I will add it to the wheel because it is one I would like to watch. Okay.
I know it is. It was on there.
Last
That's fine.
one. This last one is a film I actually thoroughly enjoyed and now can't watch because people know my thoughts on the actor.
Yeah.
Let's play the clip.
Exactly the same thing.
I don't fuck with no fairies.
You need to fuck with that one.
It's a great clip as well, by the way.
Yeah, first time I heard it, I wasn't really paying attention. I don't fuck with no furries. No, that's not what he's saying. It's fairies and it's bright. Mm-hmm. And it was a really well done film. It looked really good. It had good pacing. It had a great story. And it sadly got Will Smith in it.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately has now broken it. Although I feel bad about that because we are basically generating a cancel culture, but he kind of did it to himself. Yeah,
he did. That's the annoying thing about it. It's his own fault.
Yeah,
now,
because I would have really loved to have shown Kay Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I can't watch it now. Can't watch any of his stuff now. It's such a shame because I really loved I'm Legend as well. It's like every time I look at him now,
Men in Black.
Yeah, I just maybe I shouldn't be this way, but I look at him and I just think you're everything about Hollywood that I hate. Because of that moment, how it's like, I'm going to go on a rant. We've got to get past. Right, well done, everybody. Yeah, you got them all right. Well done. Oh, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Well, let's start with the recent. I went and saw Minions and Monsters.
Hooray!
Oh no, we talked about Supergirl, didn't we, on the variety show?
Yes.
So I've seen seen Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
Reviews up on the variety show under tea break.
Yep.
Go and listen to it. Spoiler free. I had a load of fun with it. I can see its flaws, but it does not deserve the hate it's getting. Really, really worth going and watching. And if you want a fun action film that is not a typical Superman film, go and watch this. Really good fun, especially if you've got teenagers. Take them; they'll love it.
I don't like the criticism being that she's ugly, because she isn't.
It's so ridiculous.
She
isn't
isn't
it?
even remotely ugly, and it's going to make me sound like I'm some kind of pedo old man. She's not. She's not even remotely bad looking.
No, she's not at all. At all. Then I saw Jackass, the best and last, the final film.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I really want to see that.
If it's in the cinema next week, we shall go next week.
Mm-hmm.
I was properly emotional watching that. I felt really sad. Laughed my arse off it. So funny. A lot of sad times in it, though. And not just because of what's happening on the screen and what they're talking about, but because of memories of what I used to do around the age when it first appeared in 99, 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Way more emotional than I thought it would be.
Is he?
Jammed. Absolutely jam-packed.
That's nice to see, yeah.
There was barely a free seat, and that was after a week of it being at the cinema, or 4 or 5 days at the cinema.
Toy Story was barely half full when we watched it.
When we saw Toy Story 5, let's see. No, it was when we went, it was packed.
Although I went first showing of the day.
No, that's fair enough. But even then, it had only been out a day. Just shows who wants to go to the cinema at the moment. There's a certain class of people that want to watch certain things.
Yeah.
As He-Man was quite busy when we went to see it.
Yeah, He-Man was busy. Yeah, that's
Even
true.
though people slated that, it was quite busy, actually. Whereas Supergirl, there was only 3 of us in the screen, and it was the big super screen.
I've got to say, the films that you and I have been, excuse me, because when I'm going to see films with T and Miranda, we're seeing the kids' films, we're not seeing teenagers.
No.
We've gone to see the slightly older films, and we're not seeing teenagers then either. That generation's not go to the cinema?
I just don't think they go.
I mean, that's great for me because they'll annoy me.
100%, because they're not chewing plastic
it's not great
and
for the
annoying
industry.
us.
Yeah.
And then we saw Minions and Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Again, spoiler free, as I know you haven't seen it. Possibly one of my favourite Minion films to date.
Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Illumination!
What were you going with that?
I thought you would have
banana.
known. No, Illumination. That,
Even
texted.
that bit's brilliant.
We spoke about this over text the other day. Like, they're killing it.
Oh my God, yeah.
They are the new Pixar.
Yep. And they've got another animated film coming out where there's 2 adults working together to save the world from destruction or something like that.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, you sent me
the trailer looks really good. I'm looking forward to that.
It's First Contact or something.
Something like that, yeah. So,
and then they have these tiny little aliens which all got attitude. And one of them sounds like it's that female English comedian who's the really deadpan female comedian who's really popular at the moment.
Oh,
and
I
she
know who
was
you
in
mean.
the Don't Make Me Laugh TV show.
Yeah, I can't think of who it is, but
sounded like her. If she is in it, that's brilliant because that would be a genius casting because she's hilarious.
But as you say, Illumination are just genuinely smashing it, and just watching that, some of it went over T's head. I know it did, and I'm sat there laughing my arse off it. The first 3 minutes, I lost count of all the film references, either on scene or being made reference to. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Good. I'm glad it's good.
No, really, really, really good. That's the cinema trips.
I really want Illumination to just keep hitting them out of the park because they deserve it. Because Disney and Pixar, whilst Toy Story is really good, they really did start just pumping out shit. It was just a conveyor belt of CGI films that were just like, nah, these aren't good.
No, they've not. As much as Toy Story 5 was strong, they've been struggling recently. We're seeing the new. It's not new. It's word for word the same bloody film, Moana, on Saturday.
Moana, make way.
Is it Make Way or is it Make Waves?
It's Make Way, isn't it?
I've got no idea.
Oh, fucking I don't know.
Well, one of us is singing it wrong.
Well, who cares? I mean, it makes sense that it's Make Waves. It absolutely makes more sense that it's Make Waves, but I bet you it's not. Way.
I bet it's Make Way. Anyway, so we're seeing that on Saturday, and that's the live action remake, which is basically using all the same cast as the cartoon ones, except for the girl. And
Which is a shame because the girl who plays Moana is a young girl with an incredible singing voice. So she's the only one that's been recast.
I know
her dad's recast.
There's a fair few that's going to have been recast. But I'm honest, I watched the trailer. As much fun as it looks like it's going to be, the original Moana lended itself to animation so beautifully, and this just looks cheesy and a bit straight to VHS.
Dwayne's off the roids now. So he's got a lot smaller.
I think he's got a bodysuit on in this.
Yeah, and I think he looks a bit strange in the trailers I've watched. Not that should matter. Body shames. I'm body shaming Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
He still has a better body than neither of us. Yeah.
Look in the mirror, Rob. But you know what I mean. I'm not really interested in it, and I loved Moana. It was one of my favourite.
T watched it, and basically we saw the new Paw Patrol film coming out. Can we go and see it? Of course we can. New Cat in the Hat film. Can we go and see it?
Oh yeah,
yes,
my
of
boy
course
wants
we
to
can.
see that. He's been desperate to watch that.
Moana came on. I was half expecting him to go, just nothing. Can we go and see that? Okay. I wasn't expecting it.
Because live action one, I'm surprised he wants to.
Yeah, it could be good. As I said, I just don't get the point of making it word for word, same voice actor. So it's the same Jermaine Clement, is it? The New Zealand actor.
Yeah, but you can't recast him. You cannot recast the bloody crab.
And that's the thing.
Tamatoa.
Although I'm going to say, it's not listed. I don't know if they've updated IMDb in the past day, but when I checked,
listed on it.
Alan Tudyk was not Hey Hey.
Oh, come on.
If he's not back doing Hey Hey's voice, I'm going to be so upset because if you brought back the Rock, you brought back Tamatoa, you've got to bring back Alan Tudyk to do the chicken.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, to be fair, he probably wouldn't even have to redo his lines. He could just reuse the squawking.
He probably did.
Because that's an easy buck for him, isn't it?
Oh, the amount of voices he does, brilliant. But yeah, no, it's still not listed there.
Universally loved, though, that guy, isn't he?
Oh, I didn't realise. In Transformers Earthspark TV series. Hang on, let me find where.
He's in literally everything.
He's Optimus Prime.
Wow, that's a good one. I mean, he probably plays like the toaster ping noise in some random show too. They'd get him to do anything. He's got the best management team.
Well, yeah, he was Sonny in iRobot. He was. Did you ever watch the film I told you to, Playdate with Alan Ritchson?
No.
So fun. He's in that as well.
I do want to see that because it looks funny.
Oh, it was so funny. I was laughing all the way on the plane from San Francisco. I watched it on there. It was very, very funny. Very stupid. But yeah, he's Star Wars voices. He was Gary in Superman.
Yes, he was Gary in Superman, the number Robot 4 or whatever it was. Yeah, there's some really good
Cosmo in the Electric State, which we enjoyed.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There's just anyway.
He's everything. He's in everything.
Right, then what else have I been watching? I finally watched Pacific Rim Uprising. A little bit embarrassing here. Because what I accidentally watched a few years ago was Atlantic Rim, which is the fake knockoff. What's the company that makes all those Sharknado sort of films? We know them
because we watched.
Yeah, that terrible alien one. Yeah, and they did, and
you thought that was a legit
I watched the first 15 minutes of it. Like, good God, this is cut. Right, no wonder it didn't go to the cinema. This is awful.
No, Pacific Rim Uprising is really good.
And then I finally watched Pacific Rim Uprising. Okay, no, this is. I was literally watching the first 15 minutes, and I go, did I miss an entire section of this?
I love that because Pacific Rim Uprising is really good.
Oh, it's so good with the hybrid robot alien thing.
It's really good.
It's so much fun.
I wonder who else is. I wonder if anyone's gone and watched Ice-T's War of the Worlds, thinking that's like the main original one.
I
thought Tom Cruise was in it.
But anyway,
so that's the original
Pacific Rim Uprising. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. They're
great.
They're not the best films in the world.
No.
But they're good action fun
Yeah.
to sit down with, turn your brain off, and just go, yeah. I'm going to enjoy this.
I'm going to turn the lights off, turn the sound system up, and just watch a great action film.
They've got not bad CGI in it.
Yeah, the CGI is fine.
Yeah, there's a lot to it I enjoyed. Then I rewatched Tron Ares, which I still highly recommend you watch all 3 Tron
I
films.
just need to watch them. Yeah.
Again, the Jared Leto hate, don't get it. He's absolutely
I just don't get it.
fine in this.
I liked him as the Joker. I do not understand. I like his music. He's not the thing that's wrong with Morbius. Morbius is just not a very good film.
Well, that's
I don't think it's
the thing
his
with
issue.
it.
I don't think it's the thing anything to do with him.
No, it's not. It's a badly written crap film.
I really hope his portrayal of Skeletor is his up.
Oh no,
upwards-
people have
upwards
just
swing.
said that's the.
They've not seen it.
They've either not seen it or they're saying, "Oh, that's the exception that proves the rule."
No.
It's he's anyway.
I hope it's an upward swing.
But I do suggest you watch all 3. Although you can watch Tron Ares without seeing the other 2, but I would watch all 3.
Yeah, I'd want to watch all 3.
And I've only just started. I'm about a third the way into the new Running Man because it's on Netflix.
Yes, I saw that because we were going to go to cinema at one
We
point.
were
so
we
never got
we
around
were
to
gonna
it.
because we'd just done the Running
Yeah.
Man, or we were going to do the Running Man. We thought we'd do a
Mm.
really good.
Yeah, I'm glad. It's based more on the book, right?
It's based more on the book. There's a lot
Oh,
of
it
it
is
that
one.
you can kind of see influenced by the original. But immediately you get the idea of, wow, this is absolutely nothing like the original.
Mm.
So although there's little glints of the original in there,
No.
which isn't a bad thing. Don't get me wrong, I love the original Running Man, but this is, I like it so far.
I think retellings, or like just like it's not retelling, but it's more like the source material of a film that's already out, I think is fine when you do completely change it. But when you do like what Total Recall was doing, was kind of like only changed it a bit, but not all of it. And
I
it's
was
just
going to
like,
say,
if Total Recall was done now,
the
they're not
original
as good,
Total
I don't
Recall
think.
is considerably better than the modern Total Recall. I
Yeah.
hated that. While this version of the Running Man is its own thing, and I'm not going to compare either.
Yeah.
Because they aren't aiming to be the same thing.
No.
Whereas I feel Total Recall with Colin Farrell was kind of, no, we're going to improve the original film and we're going to make it make much more sense. It's like, no. If you were going to, you either go for really what the book was and really stick to it and then completely avoid the original, or just don't.
Yeah.
So that's that. And then I've been busy redesigning my desk. So I've now got my streaming setup is no longer sat on the sofa looking awkward. I'm now sat at the desk instead. So I'm happy
Is that the
about
desk
that
looking
one.
awkward?
Well, yeah, I will always look awkward, ladies and gents. I will always look
vast
awkward.
improvement.
And I had
People can watch the VOD on the YouTube.
I had a little play with Star Wars Racer Revenge. Turns out we were right. PS2.
Yeah.
That's where it was originally. And then the PS4 version is not even a remastering. They've just basically up-resed it, and that
they
was
just
it.
did the texture upgrade that they all
Well, I
did.
don't think they did a texture upgrade. I think they just up-resed it, and that was it.
Yeah, they just make it so it's 1080p, quote unquote.
That was it.
Which is what they did with Final Fantasy games 10. I think they did it to 10.
Yeah, it's not a great game. I think I much prefer the original Star Wars Racer. I think that will always be the case. That dark level you saw me playing, it's just near on impossible because it was so dark, the rain effects, the poor draw distance, and the speed you're going at. Unless you literally memorize the map.
That's what I was
turn
about to say. That's how you have to play it.
Yeah,
you have to learn the map.
That's not fun.
Mm.
I don't think. I think the fun is being able to see the track and go, oh, look, there's a little turn I've just spotted. I'm going to go that way and see what it does.
Well, that's what I always thought was about Wipeout. Was the same. That's why I never got into Wipeout, because I want to be able to pick up a racer and just race and not hit all the walls on my first go. Whereas Wipeout, no. Because on F-Zero X, you were able to do that. You could pick it up and,
I was going to say, I'm a huge fan of the original F-Zero. And then I did the N64 F-Zero.
Which is F-Zero X.
F-Zero X, which was really good. And then I did F-Zero GX, which was the GameCube version. And wow, did they make a really good effort of that. All three of them, brilliant. Wipeout, I looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Great design. Psygnosis they were at their peak at that point. They'd just come off of Lemmings. They'd come into kind of Team 17 and Worm sort of era. And they still made this look amazing. But it just didn't hit home for me. There was, as you say, the little nip against the wall and then you were screwed. And if you didn't bounce properly coming out of a jump, you then
Yeah.
didn't get to go full speed again, and you
Yeah.
lost 12 positions. You couldn't make it up. I don't know if the others got better, but I was going to put off
I
on
didn't
the
get over
first.
the first ones, and I didn't play any of the others.
But I get what you mean. The only time I've really played Wipeout was Duke Nukem 3D on the PlayStation. They had a special PlayStation 1 version of Duke Nukem 3D, and because it was the PlayStation version, it came with bonus levels, Tomb Raider, Wipeout, and I can't remember what the others were.
Speaking of Tomb Raider, I'm looking forward to the actual remaking of the original one.
Oh, what are they doing?
Yeah, they're doing, or the second one, whichever one's got the dinosaur in it, the T-Rex. They're doing
the dinosaur's the second.
Yeah, they're doing a
one.
remake of it from the ground up. So not like they did with the one that you played on stream,
where
they did the textures. They're doing the same game again, but actually remodeling and doing it. It looks good though. It looks good. I'll show you a trailer.
I'm sure it will do, but I can guarantee you they'll then have, look, we've now got 300 different moves you can make, and look, we've put a grappling gun in here.
No, I
as
think
well,
they're keeping the same controls and everything.
If they keep the same control and literally leave it alone, that might be. I'll be okay with that. But we've had this issue before, and I can't remember which one it was. It was either Tomb Raider Legacy or one of those, which pertained to be, it's the original Tomb Raider, but we've added in a few extra bits to the levels so you could see what they really wanted to do. And then you got into it, and it's like, no, there's a grappling gun mechanic now, and there's all these different mechanics, and she didn't feel like she used to, and all of these different things. It's like, no, this isn't Tomb Raider. I've forgotten what it was. I had it on PSP.
Yeah, I don't know what that one would be.
Anyway, that's me. What have you been up to, darling?
What have I been up to? I did a lot of recording.
You did.
And then lost loads. So, okay, let me explain. Anyone that does follow Tom Robbins Studio, you'll see I was messing around, doing a lot of different stuff. I'm trying to learn how to do it, because you do a lot of the video, basically do all our video editing, really. So I'm kind of trying to, I haven't done any videoing or anything since university when I had to do it. So I just thought, I'm going to play some games, and I'm not going to live stream them. I'm going to record myself doing them, get them into Premiere, just do little things. Each one might look a little bit different, like different transitions, fun ones I like, or whatever, and just mess around. Anyway, I'm doing a playthrough of Total War Warhammer 3. Oh my God, it's a mouthful. And I got 7 parts done.
Yeah.
Did them all the way through. I'm doing the tutorial. I'm doing on easy, as I joke about the thing. I'm still rubbish on easy. The plan is going to do tutorial and then play the main game on a harder difficulty. That's the idea. They didn't realize the tutorial is like its own story mode. Essentially, you're like, it goes on for ages.
Oh, crikey! Okay.
So each of my episodes is like 45 minutes long, and there's been 7. Well, there would be. Would is the classic thing here. So when I've got it all in Premiere, it all looks fine. And because but then I don't check the render, and that's my mistake. Is what I used to do with the podcast. When I'd render it out, I wouldn't always check it, because I've checked it in Adobe, and I'll just assume, make an assumption, and that's stupid. And we found that whenever I rendered anything to our server directly into the folder, for whatever reason, it would always cause an issue with the podcast. It would cut off the end 10 minutes.
I can tell you what it is, and it's very boring, so I'll keep it very quick. Technical issue.
Can I guess what it is first?
Yeah, go for it.
I feel like it's trying to upload while it's still rendering.
Yeah, so it's locking files and kicking it.
Yeah.
And I recovered the 2 MKV files from episode 5 and 6.
Oh, have you? Okay.
I don't understand why you have an MKV file and a separate audio file. I don't get why yours aren't combined files. I really don't get that.
What, on the server?
Yeah.
No, it's one file. When I record it on OBS, it's one file.
Interesting. Because...
And then I literally import that file into Premiere. It's one file. And then that's it. It's never... Anyway, so what would happen with the podcast back in the day was I'd lose the end 10 minutes of the show. And we didn't notice until I actually uploaded one.
Yeah, you see, what I've recovered on there from our recycle bin is the AAC, which is the audio, and the M4V, which is the video file.
Oh,
And
how
what I
odd.
found is the M4V,
Mm.
I can't load it on anything. And if I put it through the various tools that I normally do to fix video,
Yeah.
it either brings it back at 7 minutes long or 9 minutes long.
Well, this is the thing. So as I was saying about the podcast, it was losing the last 10 minutes, but everything was all right. Just would cut the end off. So when I realized, okay, if I rendered to my own personal desktop, it fixed it. Okay, so that's what I'll do.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot all about that while I was doing these. So I was doing, but it didn't cause a problem until part 4. Because I didn't check the file and James watched it on the premiere and was like, oh, your audio's out of sync. And it was 2 seconds out of sync. So I just went in, and because as well, I was right about file size and all this, I just deleted like the source files after rendering it all. And it was bad practice. And I deleted the source files. Then, I loaded up the project. Well, it's got no source file to look at, so I can't edit them. So with episode 4, I re-downloaded from the server the edited one, just put it back in, disconnected the audio and just slid it across. And that solved it for number 4. Did that for number 5 and 6? Nope. They are so out of sync that even when you line them up, after about 10 more minutes, they're out of sync again.
Yeah.
While they're rendered at different rates. Something's gone completely wrong.
Yeah, what's happening there, and it's a really, again, boring technical blah, blah, blah. Normally how I fix that is I'll put the video with its audio into a application called Handbrake.
Mm-hmm.
And what I say is change it from variable bitrate to constant bitrate. And that normally fixes audio drift, because what happens is the audio is recorded in a very fixed standard,
Mm-hmm.
whereas the video in the variable bitrate means you might get more frames per second in one section, but the next section you might get less. So when it processes it maybe at the lower, and then what's happened is the audio has stayed the same, but the video might be vastly ahead or vastly behind because of this variable bitrate. So you put it through Handbrake, turn it into a constant bitrate, and suddenly it's fixed.
So that may have been able to fix 5, but the audio just stops where the video keeps going. Where in episode 6, halfway through, the video pauses and never starts again.
But it didn't
and
do that in the project, did it?
Nope. In the project, they were all absolutely fine in the project.
So, okay, that's fine. So I'm not going to say they are going to reappear.
I'm going to say we're not going to do anything with them and we're going to chalk it up as...
Well, let me try, because I know I looked at those files and I thought, why on earth why is it a separate audio file in M4V? What I didn't think about was the recycle bin's got everything. It's still got Spice World the movie in there. I don't think I've set our NAS up to empty the recycle bin at any point. So all of your conformed files will still be there. All the project stuff will still be there. So I should be able to recover the whole project folder.
Oh, okay.
So then perhaps maybe if I do it on my machine,
we'll see. Yeah, okay.
It won't have a cached version, and if it plays normally on mine, I can have a little play with it.
Because what I was going to do is just rewatch the end of episode 4 and look at 7, which is absolutely fine because I rendered it to the desktop, and then just do a little audio bit beforehand and just say what missed.
Yeah,
between the two.
I think the issue is with the render, and as I say, I think it's what happened is Premiere renders in chunks. It would have tried to upload a chunk of it and then gone, no, that file is either... Premiere's probably then gone, that file no longer exists when it's tried to connect them all together. And as there's one missing in the middle while the upload is happening, it's just gone, oh, that must be
and
end
you're
of
right,
file.
because you can watch it do it. You can, because I've watched it, you can open up the folder and see it create these files and they disappear. And then when it finishes, it connects all these weird AAC file or whatever their file name is together, and you have one file. Because it does it for the podcast too. It does it when you're doing the audio files. You'll see
there you go. So that's probably where I got that AAC. And that's probably why it's only 7 minutes long or 9 minutes long, because that's probably the chunk that I've recovered that didn't get.
And I could fix it by not telling Synology Drive to sync immediately.
You just do pause.
Yeah, but it's just as easy to just do it to my desktop.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which is what I'm going to do. So anyway, sorry about that. It has actually had some people watching, which has been nice. So I'm sorry for those people if they also listen to the show. We'll do our best. And Wheel of Shame I'm doing, which is another one.
Wheel of Shame. I love the name.
I don't know if we spoke about it before, but I wrote down every single Steam game in our family library, which I didn't recognise or haven't played, and there's over 400 of them. Put it on the same roulette wheel that we do with the films.
Yeah.
And I record myself spinning it, getting the game, and then pausing it, install it, play it for 10, 15 minutes. It's not one that's going to be like, oh, we're now going to do a 2-hour long session of playing this random game. That's not what it's about. We just want to make, what actually is this game? So,
although you never know. I'm going to say you never know, because it's the sort of thing that you might start playing a game and then suddenly realise 2 hours has
well,
passed.
it happens in episode 2.
Ah, there
So
you go.
literally episode 2, I played it a lot longer than I thought I was going to play it. Oh, it's not out yet. What day are we recording? Monday. It comes out tomorrow. So it will already be out when this comes out, because they're coming out once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Total War was meant to be coming out twice a week, but that's on pause until we fix the files or don't fix the files. Anyway, that's mainly what we're doing. We have also been watching, well, we finished it, season 2 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I laugh all the time. All the time I laugh at that show when they say they're bending. I find that hilarious. I'm sorry. I just find it funny.
We're from the 90s. Bumming and bending is still funny.
It's like, they just say it. Oh, God, sorry. I just whacked my face on the microphone. They just say it so seriously. They literally would just go, oh, we're two benders. And you're like, come on, guys. It literally says that in the last episode for two benders. No, you can't say this.
I genuinely don't want to ruin Minions and Monsters for you, but there is a definite warning that if you've got young kids like me, you really need to be careful when you take them to see the film. And
my boy will ask me if I laugh at something he doesn't understand.
Oh, you're going to laugh and you're going to have to explain, and it's not going to be easy.
Anyway, that's it. We've tried to start watching Avatar Fire and Ash, whatever it's called, but we didn't, because neither of us are really paying attention, so we've got to do it again. Anyway, that's it. Not that much, really.
Oh no, Robert, I'm shrinking.
It was that what's in the...
That's the next film. I thought you'd finish, so I was going to do a little lead into it.
Oh, sorry.
No, I look like a twat. Okay, it's fine. We'll just say it's my cock instead. That's shrinking.
Accessing library computer data.
1957. The Incredible Shrinking Man.
Where do you start?
Well, did I enjoy it? Yes and no. Some parts of it I was incredibly bored. Other parts of it I was like physically squirming at, like having a real visceral reaction to, and I was really into those bits. The way that it just tells the story, I think, is what I didn't like.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I really enjoyed it, and I can see what they were aiming at. And if they'd had the understanding of where cinema and film has gone to now, they could have probably done a far better design of it. Realistically, and it sounds a very odd way of saying it, and feel free to tear me apart if you don't agree, people. This is very much an early idea similar along the lines of Barbie the movie.
You're going to need to explain that.
No, I know I am. So what's Barbie the movie about?
Toy coming to life. Or
So-
no, it's not actually. It's about a toys universe merging into the real life.
And more importantly, it's about the whole idea that it's a man's world, and
There's a lot of old comments.
but that's the
in
whole
this.
point. Is the idea is that she's realizing that everything in the Barbie world is this
Mhm.
male created. And anyway, whereas this is basically him realizing he's had his masculinity and everything that makes him a man removed. As if you, we'll talk about it more when we talk about the story. But the point is he's got everything he could want, and then slowly but surely everything that in 1957 that makes a man
Gets taken from him.
taken from him.
So the story, it's actually very quick to say what happens. He's on a boat. He gets hit by a sexy mist.
That leaves him looking like he's on
looking all
RuPaul's Drag Race.
He looks like he's from the he's like an extra in Twilight. And over the course of the film, he just starts to shrink until he's really, really tiny and people think he's dead. That is essentially the entire plot line.
Yes.
I want to say the bit that I specifically don't like is that he says throughout the book, the film, he's writing a book.
Yes.
And it's actually narrated by him as though it were his book. And I thought that's where it was going. I thought it was going to end by him either staying at a small size with his book written or getting fixed with his book written, because of the way it's narrated by him, talking about his past self, how this happened to him.
Yeah.
And then you just get straight to the end. It ends with him still getting smaller. Everyone thinks he's dead. Now he's looking at the great wide open world that man has conquered, and now this man must go back to basics.
I think the idea of the film, and we'll do this, honestly, we will do the story in a moment. We never do it to start with. I don't know why we don't, because we both end up talking straight away. The point of the film is, I'm the big man, I'm the little man, and I can't do anything. And then dawning on the realization that this is now what I have, therefore I have to just get on with it. And this is a brave new world to experience.
I think as well, though, he does use the term man when he's meaning humans.
Yes.
He's not going, I'm a man and
no.
you're a woman.
No. It's not matriarchy versus patriarchy. It's humanity.
Yeah.
He's talking
when
about.
He says man, he means people.
But it's an interesting idea that he's continually shrinking, and it's left to your own mind. Is he going to keep on getting smaller? Is he going to be in things like the quantum universe by the end of it? If anyone follows the Marvel films and Ant-Man and whatever else, is he going to just continue shrinking in through there and then see all these new things? Or is this just it? Or is he now the smallest he's going to be and whatever else? For 1957, it's particularly deep.
Yeah.
Where I know by modern standards it's not. By modern standards, we get far better storytelling than this particular film. I'm not saying all our stories are better than old films, because they're not. But by modern standards, the story is a little bit shallow. It's a little bit lacking of giving you what you want. However, ignoring that side of it, it's a bloody good film for everything else.
It's a 1957 with good female actors.
Well, that's something I want to go to. So run through the story. You'd already started. So yeah, he gets hit by the glitter storm.
He's on a boat, and he's not being nice to his missus, by the way. He's not nice to his missus through the entire thing. When he's small, he's really horrible to her. But when he's grown up size, he's actually quite misogynist and really trying to boss her around. But she ain't having any of it.
No.
Which I'm glad that she's just like, I'm not getting you a drink. He's like trying to boss her around. Like, get your man a drink. And she's like, no. Which is good. So I'm glad she didn't just kowtow to this fucking idiot being an idiot. He's on a boat. He's got his shirt off. Eventually, she does go get him a drink, and they kind of barter. So he's got to do something for her, whatever it is. And then the mist is coming.
Sparkle.
What it actually does is it hits only him because she's below deck, and he gets all glitter all over him, and then they think nothing of it. That's it.
Yeah.
And then one day they're going out on a date night, and it's like 6 months later or something, isn't it? It's quite a long period of time.
He's getting dressed, and he's going, you've got to speak to these cleaners because my trousers are loose. Are these my trousers? And then he puts the shirt on and says, well, it must be your shirt. They're monogrammed, in which he gets the arse. Yeah. What are you trying to say? Yeah.
And so his collar's a little bit big. You know, and that's kind of how it goes for a little while. He starts to get his clothes don't fit right or something. Doesn't he realise that he's not taller than her or something anymore? Then he goes to the doctor.
So the clothes aren't right, and then all of a sudden he's like, give me a kiss. You normally have to stand on your tiptoes.
Yeah, exactly.
To do this.
Yeah. And then you see a doctor and they're like, oh, have you been? They start listing all the things. Have you been near this recently? Have you been near this? I think I might even wrote it down. It was 6 months later. Oh, I called the mist LGBTQ. I called it the LGBTQ mist.
I called it the RuPaul Drag Race went past.
Yeah.
They just, not eventually, it's just, there was so much glitter involved.
Oh, this was it. They said, he's like, oh, they said to the doctor, like, the doctor was saying to him, oh no, you're not getting ill. You're regenerating super fossil. You're de-aging is what the guy said. And I called it the anti-cancer.
Well, yeah.
Or I think they might have even said the anti-cancer. I've written that as my note.
It's interesting because actually they were saying, Have you? Okay, we haven't finished the story. Finish the story, then we'll talk about it. Sorry. So you go to the dots. Yeah, they say, have you been around any fruit, any chemicals?
Yeah, they
have
say
you been around radiation?
insecticidal germ spray is what they say.
Yeah.
And obviously, he doesn't remember at first, and then eventually he does go, "Oh yeah, that weird mist that made me glow."
No, but before that, it's about the fruit spraying. Oh yeah, we were in town and they were spraying the trees with insecticide.
Oh yeah, he said that. Yeah. And then he just keeps shrinking. They do loads of tests on him, and they're basically just saying we don't know what it is, and we'll keep working on it. All the while, he's getting more upset and more angry. Hides at home, doesn't go out, shrinks and shrinks and shrinks, and then you see him. There's some really great shots, forced perspective shots that are really good, and the poor woman's doing her best with him. And then eventually he runs away, doesn't he? Runs to the circus.
So he goes for a walk because he's angry. And he goes and sees the circus, and he goes for a drink in the bar, and then he ends up meeting the world's smallest woman.
Who's supposedly got dwarfism, I think. They do straight up call her a midget.
They just call straight up midget.
But she's a normal actress who's just
forced perspective with big furniture,
and it's just. That bit annoyed me because it's like he then spends a couple of weeks with her.
Yeah.
And it's completely brushed over by his wife.
You full on expect that he's going to cheat on her.
Well, that's how I took it.
We were so ready to badmouth him for it.
That's exactly what I thought had happened. They just didn't he became best friends with this attractive woman who was also smaller than him. But then he goes off in a strop because after a couple of weeks where he thinks he's not shrinking anymore, he notices he's now shorter than her. And he runs, it's a great shot, he runs off into the distance in a strop and they don't cut the camera quick enough.
No.
And then he stops running and is about to turn around and then they cut the camera.
Yeah. and then we get my favourite part, again, we'll talk about it in a minute when we finish the story. He lives in a doll's house.
He lives in a doll's house. And they did have a cat, but then the cat has to live outside. And then she actually lets the cat in. And that's where it all goes wrong. The cat attacks him, chases him to the stairs to the basement, where he falls down. Somehow doesn't die when he falls down. And starts living his life in the basement.
Yeah, he's stranded in the basement hoping he's going to be heard while his brother's potentially taking his wife.
No, that's his brother-in-law. So it's
is it brother-in-law, is it? Oh, I thought it was brother. Okay,
his
fine.
brother-in-law.
And yeah, he survives flooding, a giant spider, all sorts of things. End of the film.
Yeah.
Once he decides, I'm just going to have to live this life as it's given to me.
Yeah, and that's the story. My favourite parts, the spider.
Oh, the spider. That was a real tarantula. Of course, tarantulas were the common house pest of the 1957s. Not just a normal house spider, but the tarantula.
Yeah, it was big boy, wasn't it? Oh, it's awful. Because it was real.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a really good job with the forced perspective stuff. And they tortured that poor little thing. I think they actually
do kill it
in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a shame because it did look like they killed it.
Yeah, no, they did kill it. This before the humane society and protection of animals and all of that is involved in films.
Because it was the best actor in the film. Probably because it really is getting tortured.
Well, there you go. But no, there's so much to the film. The spider scene, the cat scene is terrifying with this cat bursting into this doll's house while he's in there.
All I will say is that somebody who has cats, the cat wouldn't have done that. The cat would have killed him straight away.
Oh my God.
No way would it have sat there and just hissed at him and battered him. It would have ripped him to shreds.
It would have been head off.
Yeah.
Played with for a little bit and then left somewhere for the wife to come back and find him.
He would never have made it out of that house.
No.
If a cat knew it was in there, he'd be dead. There's absolutely no way. So obviously, that is a bit silly. He's going to survive. But yeah, the spider bit made my toes curl. And yeah, because it was a real spider, it really did. They really did a really good job at selling his size there.
Well, I've got to say, a lot of it they did. I loved the forced perspective shots throughout all of it. When the wife's talking to him and he's tiny on this giant sofa, and he's got his little writing chair, and he's got a giant pencil and the giant bit of paper and the book he's writing in. All of that is beautifully done, and a lot of that stuff was then taken later, about few years later. I can't think of his name. Irwin Allen, I think it is, for Land of the Giants, which I must show you, a fantastic TV series. And they used some of the same props from the Incredible Shrinking Man in that.
Well, you can see how they do it as well. You can see the demarcation line, which if you know anybody who doesn't know what the force perspective is, they just literally, you have one set way further away, like half of the set, and then you're half right by the camera, and then they set the camera up so the two sets line up, and then it looks like he's really small and she's really big. That's how it works. And they do a fantastic job with it. Only because it's an old film on a big
modern HD screen.
You can see the line, or you can tell where the line is.
And as it was a technology that wasn't necessarily done very often,
you would never have known in the time.
You can often tell that the actress is just literally looking at blank space rather than looking at him.
But they line them up well.
They do line up in
eyes are lining up
incredibly well.
Yeah, very believable. Very believable. The only thing they don't do, which they do in, say, Lord of the Rings, because partially CGI, partially not, they don't pass stuff to each other. So they did. That's one thing. Whereas if you think about, obviously, Lord of the Rings came out many years later. Gandalf interacts with Bilbo's stuff, and that's incredible way of doing it.
And it's the same if you've watched. I mean, who hasn't? Elf. That's all force perspective.
And the thing about Elf is that because it's so whimsical, I cannot tell anywhere in Elf at all. Elf is one of my favorite films. It's up there with Twins. You just cannot tell in Elf.
But without this film, some of the filming techniques, I don't know if they were designed for this film or they'd been used elsewhere, but a lot of the techniques used in this helped create modern cinema.
Well, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein uses the Bride of Frankenstein is one of, we said at the time, is one of the best instances of these old films doing miniatures.
Yeah.
Just seamless, even with the kind of ghosting that happens on those older films where they're, it's something to do with they film twice, don't they? They re-expose. So they'll film him like running along with a blank canvas or like black or something, and then they block out that bit so the film doesn't get exposed, and then they redo it, and then it re-exposes on the same film, which is why you see when he's small walking down the street, he starts looking like a ghost. It's because his footage has been re-exposed, so he's been exposed on top of, but he's still there. It's so clever how these filmmakers
came up with it. Honestly,
they're a different breed compared to what's now. Because a lot of them now, I think it's the CGI people that are doing a lot of that, and it takes a lot of. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing the film as a disservice, but I think that there are probably some people that just go, "Oh, we'll just fix it in CGI and be done with it." But these guys didn't have that. They had to think of all these different ways of making, like the force perspective stuff. Nowadays, Lord of the Rings did it, but you could absolutely see them just making a CGI character.
Yeah, okay, and this is a very, very cut down explanation because even I don't fully understand it still. And I think Cinema Crew did the video on this. Mary Poppins has.
You mean Corridor Crew?
Corridor Crew. Mary Poppins has, in effect, early green screen in it. Better than we can do green screen now.
Yes, I've seen it.
And what it's to do with is someone realised that if we use sodium lamps, which are these yellow lights, and we put this very specific prism in front of the lens, we can make this perfect transparency of what part of the lens is seeing. And then we also get them, and then we can take them. And even the bits that normally green screen, the hair, the netting in her hat, looks perfect when we then put it into the cartoons. Who came up with that? Who said, well, let's just put a yellow put yellow prism in there, use sodium lamps, that'll work, bang, done.
Because they understand light. They're obviously, so they're good with science, they just understand it. They're like masters of their art, Whereas now, it's the digital camera.
Well, this is it.
It's like me. I'm just here with my fucking phone.
I've got a green screen at home. I can film you in front of that, and it's literally click on the scene and drag on
Transparency.
Kia.
Yeah. So
and then say green, and your background disappears.
Part of my dissertation at university, I did a music video which had a blue screen, and I made the person who was doing the music into like a ghost in this graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the same. I was in one of my mum's clients' garages he let me use, and I went and brought a green fabric from St Albans Market and draped it down and did it that way. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and linking back to this then, and linking back to Land of the Giants, I used to work at a school where I met my wife, funny enough, Jem, and we became friends there. And I was the IT technician for the school. It was a primary school, and they had a big IT suite, so they actually had the need for an IT person. And I really got involved in getting the lessons, because the teacher would come in and the lesson plans were boring as hell. It's like Excel, put 1 in cell A1, put 2 in cell A2, in cell 3, make them add together. By the end of it, they had brilliant, and we had loads of fun. And one of them was image manipulation. And I had a whole 6-week plan of what we were doing. And that 6-week plan was the first episode. I showed them clips from things like Land of the Giants and various things. I went out and I bought, for some reason I was limited in time, and I ended up buying a non-fitted dark red sheet. That's why, because they had the uniform colouring would not have lended itself to green screen. So we had this dark red sheet that I hung. I took my nice expensive camera in, and they all took pictures of themselves in different poses. And their challenge for that 5 weeks was I then took them into Photoshop. In fact, no, what did I use? I used paint.net.
Yeah.
And I explained, okay, how to use the dropper tool, how to select the background, how to remove it. And they had, the entire project was put yourself in Land of the Giants. And they adored it. It was that sort of thing. And it took work. But as I say, now, even that was simple, but for them, they'd never really used paint.net or anything like that. So it was quite hard work. But now, as I say, you go into Premiere, it's just dragging one box onto your clip and telling what color, and it's done. And it does it to such a high standard now. And if I'm not happy on that, I then click another button and I click on the subject, and 5 minutes later, it's looked at, let's say, a 10-minute clip, and it's marked out every frame. It's drawn around you perfectly.
Well,
and then I can blur your face. Well, like I did in our video where we're playing the games, I blurred some pictures. That's done with tracking.
Yeah, you're going to have to show me that, because I did some blurring in one of my videos, but I had to do it inside the YouTube studio blur because I couldn't figure out where it's. I know how to do all of them, but I can't ever fucking find them. That's the thing, is like, I know all the words for them and what they are, but finding them
changes so often.
As well as I'm going to say, some of them have that built in their webcams.
Yeah.
They can not with just a normal background.
Teams just gets rid of your background now. OBS does it for you.
I need to try that. You have to show me the setting in OBS, because I want to do that for mine. Because
shows like films like this invented it by like you say, understanding light, understanding science. Phenomenal. The giant sets get really, 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 as I say, the giant sofa, the living room when he's first sat there, and the doll's house, so wonderfully done. But what I think people really probably missed from it, and it's a bit like Bride of Frankenstein. Did you look at any of the pictures of the Bride of Frankenstein set?
No.
It's huge. Giant. Now, bear in mind, the basement scene, when it's flooded and he's nearly drowning, must have been gigantic, because it wasn't just, we'll film this little bit here, and then we've got a little bit there. So the entire basement was built on set. It was giant, and they flood it. And when he's laying on that drain and the water's going down it, you can see the water is literally dropping down.
Yeah.
He could have fallen through that grate really easily because of the size he's been put to it. Must have been terrifying to film.
Yeah. I was thinking while I was watching, is like, how small will he need to get before he wouldn't be able to drink the water or eat the food? Because
he'd be dead already.
Yeah, because I think that I was literally thinking when he was eating the bread, I was thinking, would you actually be able to eat that? Or drink those drops of water? Would you be able to do that?
So this is a common issue with films that you shrink in. He wouldn't be able to breathe. The air molecules would be too big to be carried in his blood, to pass through the blood tissue barrier in the lungs,
Mm.
he wouldn't be able to breathe. As soon as he's that small, he's dead.
It's like, okay, a mouse is tiny, but they're built to be tiny.
They're designed to be.
Whereas
yes.
he's designed to be big and then is shrunk down.
So
It's not the same, is
the
it?
more you get to microscopic, the more, and this is where Ant-Man and stuff like that goes wrong, but that's why they've got to keep the helmet on, but he's got no oxygen with him, so how does that work? They've done it well in some things. So there's a film called The Incredible Voyage, which again is, I think it must be a 60s, maybe in a very early 70s. Some politician or famous person is dying, so they shrink a submarine and put it inside him to go and destroy. I think it's cancer, actually, to go and destroy
a bit
the
like
cancer.
the film we watched.
Yeah, a bit like Inner Space, a very early version of it. But all of that is, we have to shrink you, and we have to shrink you. And what they do it in Inner Space, well, everything you have is all you've got.
Yeah.
Because once it's out, you can't do anything. We can't give you anything more. And that's scientifically accurate, I guess. As soon as you get to microscopic size, you're smaller than the atoms and the molecules around you, so you can't use them.
Well, I guess in Inner Space they shrink his air canisters with
Yeah,
him,
it's
don't
all
they?
shrunk
Yeah,
with him.
They do.
Which is why he can't,
kind of-
although he does, doesn't he? He goes into the lungs and
Does he refill, does he?
I think he refills at one point. He also gets him to drink whiskey and catches it on the outside and brings it in, doesn't he?
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah, that wouldn't work, would it? Well, just one thing of it would probably kill you from alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, well,
wouldn't
that's it. It's like, oh, good luck.
Yeah, that hasn't shrunk down.
Yeah, that's now technically 10,000%. But that, I think there was a lot. I do think you're right. I think, what have I got written here? It's is this the first existential crisis in a film?
Yeah.
In a sort of sci-fi science fiction style.
It wasn't the film that I didn't like. It's the way it was told. I think that's the way I've got to say it. It's just the way that they presented the story to me is what I didn't like about it. The idea of the man shrinking and their execution of all of it, I actually enjoyed. And yeah, like I've said with the spider thing, I really like spider thing, even though it really fucking freaked me out. I just think the way they tell the story, because he's not likable. That's one of the things where I didn't like him.
Yeah, he's a dick. So what I really liked is the fact that they actually cast and wrote a strong female lead. So often, and this isn't just a 50s or a 60s thing, we still get it to an extent now. You have some loud, screaming, obnoxious woman because that's what she's been told to be like. She's not allowed to be. Indiana Jones, for example, and the Temple of Doom. Yeah. Love that film, but she spends most of the time just screaming, and I hate it. It's just so annoying because she's not allowed to be anything but the damsel in distress. And on the boat, oh, go and get me a beer. Fuck off, you go and get yourself a beer, love.
She's not that. She barely is even upset by him being dead, really.
But that's kind of the breakdown of the marriage and the breakdown of the connection that they have, because he's shying away from life and not realizing what he's losing everything, and it's his own fault at this point.
Yeah.
He could have made a life, he could have carried on with life, but he's chosen to separate her out completely. And you're right. That's the key point, isn't it? Where she goes, I'll just get my bags and I don't want to stay here anymore. And it's not because he died there. It's not because the cat ate him. Ha, ha, ha. It's because it's just all the negative that has been there since this has happened.
I got the impression that she actually loved him, but for him, she was just a trophy. She was just an attractive blonde housewife to make him have the perfect home. That's the impression I got from the way he ever spoke about her, the way he ever portrayed himself, going on about having the man and having this and that, and just I think she loved him, and he just loved the idea of having this woman. That I don't know how much important that is to the whole thing, but actually the relationship aspect of it, I felt I just didn't like him. Which was one of the reasons why I didn't like it.
And that's the thing about the film that makes it a harder watch than it deserved to be, because I think it deserved to be. It got the Hugo Award for best dramatic telling of a story or whatever it was, but because he's so unlikable, it damages the film. You needed it to be likable in the film. You could understand why he's in pain, why he's struggling, without him being an utter dick.
I felt one thing as well. I think the score was doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Oh God, yes.
It was a lot of dramatic kind of. The tension was brought to you through the score, definitely. Which obviously a lot of films do, but it is way more noticeable for me, especially on the old films, but this one in particular. When they wanted you to be scared, they made sure the music was telling you have to be scared now. They couldn't let the moment be the moment.
No. What else? Anything else? Because I know we've been talking a while. I don't think there really is. I mean, if you did this as a modern film, do you think they would accept the ending? Or do you think that the modern audience would demand a cure?
The modern audience would want him to be cured, which is why I'm saying about how they portray the narration implies that that's the case, and I expected it, obviously forgetting that this is a film from the 50s. So I genuinely think that he would want to end on a happy note.
Yeah, you see, I get what you mean about the book. For me, though, I was taking it that this was his inner monologue, because
it is his inner monologue when you actually think about it. It
starts off as the book, but then it becomes, when he's so disconnected from the world and he's got no one left, it's then become his inner monologue, and that's how he's being able. It's almost like, I can't write my story down, so this is how I'm telling it to myself as I'm going.
I think if it was made today, they would have found him when they went in the basement when it's flooded. Which is what I expected to happen. They would hear him shouting on the stairs, or they would go to stand him and find him, or he was going to poke them with this needle in their foot.
Oh, yes, the
needle.
I
was expecting something like that to happen, but it doesn't. And I think that's the point where it diverges from what would have happened nowadays to then. That moment where they don't find him, and you think he's dead at one point.
Oh.
They just leave. They go and they leave, and the brother-in-law is like, oh, I'll send the plumber around to fix the boiler tomorrow. We're gonna leave.
His little matchbox house gets ruined. He spends way too much time fucking about with the mousetrap.
Yeah,
but that's designed to literally snap a mouse's head. Why are you fucking about with it?
Yeah, and the food hilariously goes flying and then down the drain.
Yes, my cheese.
Yeah, he easily could have just tripped that and then just got the food.
Oh yeah.
Or in fact, he's not a stupid mouse. He could have stepped over and just took it.
There's a lot.
But
when you think too deep, the idea was, again, it's early cinema. It's a triumph for what they did and what they managed to do, especially of the era. And of the era, the story's good. I mean, you look at, again, talk about the strong female. Quatermass. We loved Quatermass.
I adore Quatermass.
The police officer coming home to the wife. My dinner ready yet?
But that's what I love. But that is funny. It's not meant to be funny, but that is so far.
Well, you do know there's two other Quatermass films.
I can't wait. I hope they're on the list.
They're not, but we can watch them. Maybe that should be a Halloween thing.
That interaction is so far gone stuck in that era that we all recognize from grandparents, maybe even our parents. We all recognize that.
Yeah.
And it's sexist, whatever, but it's just the done thing.
It was of its time.
Yeah. Whereas this one, he's just a knob about it. That guy in Quatermass, he's not a knob. He's just a guy who comes home and wants his dinner on the table.
He's just the police commissioner. It's like, I've had a hard day.
But his missus, again, is a strong woman, and she doesn't really fucking have any of it. She is like...
if you're going to go out all hours of the day, you're not going to be healthy. You need to eat your dinner.
Yeah, exactly. She gives it back, and he's like, oh, fucking woman. That's their relationship. Brilliant. Brilliant. Not this, just an overbearing man who's just horrible.
No, exactly. He is. Overbearing is a perfect thing.
Well,
I did enjoy the film.
Yeah. I'm on the fence. I can't make a decision because I really like the spider bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best bit in the film for me. The rest of it, because I really didn't like the protagonist and the narration thing, I just wish that wasn't the way it was told. I wish they'd just done the story. And I'm convinced he cheated on his wife with that dwarf.
Now, can you imagine the psychological damage you could do to someone sneaking to their house and changing their clothes every other day?
Yeah, that'd be so funny.
Why is this so big on me now?
Giving their wife platform shoes. That'd be so funny. Who can we do that to?
Transfer complete.
Untitled roulette. Spin that wheel.
We've got 86 entries left.
Okay.
It worked. Thank
First
God.
time.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it's a film I've not heard of, I don't think.
Okay, go on.
High Life 2018.
2018?
Yeah.
High Life.
High Life.
Okay, everyone's going, we're all going on IMDb. High.
Robert Pattinson.
Oh, okay.
You like Robert Pattinson?
I do enjoy Robert Pattinson, yeah.
Juliette Binoche, Andre 3000. That's probably killed it.
Yeah, Andre 3000.
A father and his daughter struggle to survive in deep... Oh, I've seen clips of this.
On TikTok.
No, I was around someone's house, I think this is it.
A stunning space odyssey that will blow your mind.
I think he crashes on a planet and they've got to... a man who's self-disciplined...
Oh, it's not got nice reviews.
There you go. Guinea pig sent on a mission. Now,
Mia
only
Goth's in it. I like
will
Mia Goth. Sorry. Ignore that.
Oh, no, you know what?
Speaking over you.
I genuinely don't know if this is what I've seen or not, but this could be interesting. I'm going to ignore the reviews because often...
Oh, we always do. We
Yeah.
always ignore the reviews. Okay, wicked. Oh, hi. The first featured review. 6 stars. Pointless.
Yeah. Very disappointing to me. What's going on? What are we waiting for? Some guy just snoring a few seats away. Just loved the song that run through the credits. Maybe he was just happy it was over.
Oh, well, it'll be, to be fair, it'll be
no.
good to have a bad film because we've had a lot of good ones.
2 hours of incomprehensible whisper mumbling.
Oh, has it been badly mixed? I hate this.
This could really...
Oh, that's what
Could this be the
ruins-
first film we're not going to get through?
What's that Johnny Depp one I talk about all the fucking time? There's a Johnny Depp where he's a gangster.
I know one you mean.
And that was like, for me, the first of the bad audio mixed films because you cannot hear fucking anything. I'm gonna find it because I want to call it out for how frustrating I found it.
Well, while you're finding that,
Go
my favourite 1-star review for this film is watched this on a plane and nearly walked out halfway through.
on. Oh dear. I walked out, so I just got the joke.
Yeah.
Public Enemies. I was so
yes.
excited to see it. Got it on DVD. Couldn't hear anyone speak. Really disappointed.
It annoys me with that. There's just no excuse for bad audio in a film
It's
nowadays.
in everything now. They all do it.
It's an old man thing, I'm sure. Being 40 plus, we're allowed to moan about this stuff now. Why do sound effects have to be louder than the speech?
Yeah, because it's not fucking mixed properly.
I don't want to hear an explosion and go, what did he just say?
Yeah, we went through this with James, who
Yeah.
works at the cinema. They just don't fucking mix them properly. Sorry. Anyway, High Life. There's a muff.
Command functions are offline.
Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thank you.
Thanking you to all our Ko-Fi supporters. Has it changed?
Nope.
So it's still James,
Karen,
John,
and John.
Thank you very much. We are Rob and Tom and Rob, part of the Studio Channel 84 network of podcasts. You've been listening to the Untitled Sci-Fi Show. We are also the hosts of the main one, the variety show, the only variety show, the first, the original, the best variety show podcast. If you see any others that doesn't have mine or Tom's beautiful visages, then it is false, fake, and pretend. Understand? Oh, come round your house and Rochambeau you. Anyway, who else is part of Studio Channel 84? We've got Karen and Adam from Lightly Used. We've got Ross and Simon from Who Takes Socks Off. I nearly got that wrong. And John and Mike from Pocket Knockers. And we've also got the lovely Leighton J, who does all of his
Hi,
stuff over
Leighton.
on YouTube. We love Leighton. Also, John and Mike are quite prevalent over on the old Twitch. That would be Odd Trots and Tiresome TV. You can find them on Twitch. They play games. Odd Trots does lots of stuff. Watches shows as well, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah. So go follow them on Twitch. You can follow us on Twitch. That's Tom Rob in the Studio. You can follow us on YouTube, Tom Rob in the Studio. You can find all of the links for all the studio shows and everything in between over on channel84.co.uk. Send your guest the intros to our email, podcasts at channel84.co.uk, directly to me, Rob, or to Tom, TJ.
Correct. Well done.
That's it. I got all the way through it. Like, how things have changed. It need to be 3 seasons.
3 seasons.
3
indeed.
seasons. There'll be another shit show on its way soon.
Woohoo!
A few episodes away. To finish off the AI storyline, there'll be more YouTubes coming up if Tom can fix those ones for me. Otherwise, episode 7 will come out pretending it's episode 5 with a little monologue of me beforehand explaining to what happened. And it's a shame because some fun stuff happened. You know, someone died. But
you might ask how I got here.
Yeah, someone died. A character in the army, an important character, dies. So if you are following the show, you've unfortunately missed it. That's it. Thanks, Tom.
Oh, thanks, Rob. And I've just realised in all this time, it turns out it looks like I'm talking to Grimace's cock.
You've been doing that for years. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Untitled Sci-Fi Show. This station is now shutting down and will be back in 2 weeks. May the Force live long and prosper inside of you. This was a Studio Channel 84 network show. To find more, head over to channel84.co.uk now.